Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, Mickey Jordan, and everybody on Facebook and YouTube. Good morning. It is a wonderful Saturday morning, wherever you are at. Wherever you are at. If you were blessed enough that God woke you up, then you are blessed. You are blessed. But do us a favor before we get started. Click, like, share, and subscribe. And Mickey, put the scroll up. If you have, if you can donate $5, help us keep the lights on and the doors open. So you can donate to make a donation to Cash App 810 or 810 News Media Group. Mickey, I ain't had enough sleep. You can donate to Cash App 810 News Media Group. 810 News Media Group. It is at the bottom of the crawl. What you see going across, it's crawling across. That's what it is doing. So listen, click, like, share, subscribe. I need to do a couple of things with sharing myself. Mickey, I almost feel like I'm still sleepy. That's what it is. I ain't lying. So for everyone that is out there, I appreciate you on the YouTube and the Facebook side. Mickey, how you doing?
I'm doing all right. How about yourself?
I'm tired. You're probably wondering, why is she up sending me stuff this late at night?
I see. I knew. I said, yeah, she working.
Working, trying to make sure I get it out. I get the message out. That is my goal. Lord have mercy. So, Mickey, I was told I need intro music. That they didn't like my intro. That my intro I needed to work on. So we gonna have to work on that. People don't like me singing the good morning song. Or good morning, good morning, good morning. So we gotta work on some intro music.
We're gonna figure it out.
We're gonna figure it out.
We're gonna figure it out.
They ain't gonna like none of my suggestions. So they ain't gonna like none of them. Because today I might feel a little bit like Big Sean. I don't care. I don't give a.
I get it. Understandable.
And was it Stephanie Rogers gave me one, Asian Dow. I don't care about none of that. And what's the one? Lil Duval and Snoop Dogg.
Oh no, I don't know. I didn't think you listened to that type of music, Councilwoman.
Mickey, really?
No,
really?
I'm being sarcastic.
Listen.
You got to make it interesting.
So, listen, we are going to get into it. Mickey, what did you think? This week has been a lot. Just when I think I can take a week off to fold up them 20 baskets of clothes, it doesn't happen. So, what do you think? This week we have E&A, Ethics and Accountability Board. Hey, y'all, we now have an ombudsman, a budswoman, a budsperson. It's a gender neutral title. So congratulations to Shax the Little. She is the City of Flint's new ombudsman. They held her position hostage for 16 months. She earned that position. Listen, she was working in there at a point with no heat. Good morning, Cheryl. Good morning, Angela. She had no heat. No, they wouldn't get a bottle of water. She had no P card, which is a credit card. Good morning, Brandon C. Good morning, truth be told. They took her parking spot. I mean, the good morning, Stephanie. They took her Jesus Lord. Good morning, Janelle. See, look, Mama. Good morning, Tia. I mean, they took so much of her stuff. Good morning, WT Green. Good morning, Lenora Seal. Lenora Seal be busy. I get texts coming in or inboxes from Lenora Seal all the time. Good morning, Diana P. They took so much from that lady. Good morning, Auntie M. Good morning from Atlanta. Good morning, Carol Kincaid. Carolyn Hendricks. Good morning. My thing is, I don't know. She said, good morning, Miss Boss. Good morning. showing love from Auburn, Alabama. Okay, look, all the way from Bama. Okay. Good morning, Tara. So I don't know why she stayed, but she stayed the course. Good morning, Avis Hopkins. They didn't even pay her her money. She had to fight to get her money, and she was interim. Good morning, Lumi. Lumi said he would be here, I think, in March. Lumi, I hope you got the schedule. I gave it to you. Good morning, Hanifa. So, Lumi, if you didn't get it, inbox me again. Good morning, Michelle. Listen, I see my friends are on here, y'all, who hold me accountable. You see Michelle Young and Stephanie Rogers. They hold me accountable. But Michelle be coming up to city council trying to give people extra work to do. I'm going to give y'all an assignment. Don't give me no more assignments, Michelle Young. I can't keep up with what I got. I'm going to give you some work. See, that's what General Motors to you. She has an expectation to go. Good morning, Jaquez. Hey, I missed the one right before Jaquez. So we now have a new good morning, Jay Watson from Cincinnati. Okay. Good morning, Brianna's busted bin shots. I seen some shoes that look like that, but we ain't gonna get a little shady. Yes, Miss Little does deserve congratulations. So listen, good morning. Ooh, I'm gonna mess that up. Uzette, good morning. Look, my guy, Sister Jerry Carter. I hope you're feeling better. Girl, it's been rough. It's been rough. So listen, Sonia Simpkins, good morning. Good morning. So listen, I'm happy we have a new ombudsman. Good morning, Vicki Bailey from Kentucky. I am glad that she has gotten her position because she's 16 months. She was treated like a stepchild, foster child. I mean, it was terrible what she went through. And then Clyde Edwards sent the letter up there, which just wasn't true. And they had demanded to have him come to give a public apology because the letter went public. And then they asked for a letter. They negotiated that or whatever. That still hasn't happened. But congratulations to Shaxta Little, City of Flint's new ombudsman. And she deserves it. She stayed the course because many other people would have quit. And I'm going to say a shout out to Mrs. Tanae Dorsey, the former ombudsman, who came in to support her. She came in to support her. Harletta Martin came in to support her. Winters held, I got to get to it. That's a whole topic because Winters held it down. She held it down, Mickey. Mickey was, when I got there, Mickey was just cool. Mickey acted like don't nothing bother him. He was just, but Tanae Dorsey, the former ombudsman, came in and set the tone and corrected things and told the board, she needs your support. She needs your help. I had a P card. She is to have one. How this office is to function, and how when she started out, how difficult it was, and it was crazy. It wasn't as if the mayor was trying to control that office, and I know because I work for him. And she mentioned, and she said, when she started, I wouldn't have helped her. I'm like, and I told y'all I got fired every day. Why? Because it was me and my commitment to make sure we did what was right for the city of Flint. The city of Flint will function right when we have departments properly staffed. We have proper personnel. We don't have proper personnel. And she was in literally like a closet, one of them little bitty closets where you got like 2 pair of shoes, 3 shirts, and 3 pairs of pants that you can put in them little bitty closets that we have no use for now. Her office was super tiny. It was terrible. And then they put her inside of another office with a whole group of people that were coming and going all the time. And it was terrible. So congratulations to Shaxton. So Mickey, the big word, weaponizing. Weaponizing is one of the big words that you hear over and over and over again now. So what do you think about the word weaponizing? And don't be trying to go to sleep on me today.
Oh, it wasn't me. I'm telling you, it wasn't me that went to sleep. I got in trouble for who I said it was last time. It wasn't me.
So listen.
It wasn't me.
Nicole, you got Nikki and Mickey. Nikki was tired.
It wasn't me.
She was tired.
She was tired. Ooh, she was sleeping good, wasn't she?
She was getting some good sleep. Some good sleep. So what do you think about the word weaponizing?
Well, to me, I thought it was terrible. You know, I thought it was terrible, but like I have been saying, I might ain't said it to you, but I'll be talking behind the scenes with other people from ATM. But I thought what Doug was able to do is because what Eva Worthy was able to be able to get through with to do on council.
Mm-hmm.
So like how Doug tried to go in Winter's inbox and
He
talk
did go in
about
there
you.
and
I
buy.
mean, well, yeah, he did go in
Yeah,
inbox.
he went in there.
Yeah, and try to talk about you. But see, Winters didn't go for it. But then yet Candace showed up to the ENA board and supported that nonsense.
She did. She supported it and added to it and gave a completely false scenario and claimed she didn't know. She didn't know. Because everybody know. I mentioned every meeting. Soon as that came up, when that foolish person, when Doug, because we need to attach a name to it. When Doug put up about my skin was not black, my skin tone, my skin color, and avatar is pumpkin. So
Right.
this is a man who goes to the ethics board and preaches and tries to teach the black people there what ethics and professionalism is. Doug is not the person to teach anybody anything. I mean, unless you're using him as an example on how not to do something, because that is the message that we need to take away from Doug and understand that uh, what a white man's privilege is, and he feels privileged and entitled. And then when he gets a couple of black people to go along with his nonsense because they're his cheerleaders, shame on them. And we need to call them out. And we're going to talk about that this morning. We're going to talk about that. My show is supposed to be an hour, but Mickey, my show is never an hour, is it? One was maybe twice.
Twice, probably so.
We've been doing this, what, about a year?
Walking down it.
Yeah. So when he came in, he was allowed to say that, and he was supported by the 7th Ward Councilwoman, who is in a race for that seat. She was appointed. Candace Mushat escorted in Doug Matthews and walked out with them to spew lies. And she supported that she said he was being weaponized. He was being weaponized. Now, everybody who called me and inboxed me and called me on every phone I own, and somebody might have sent smoke signals, thank you for making sure that I was there to represent, but representing that I knew what was going on. But in my absence of getting there, God have us where we need to be. In my absence, Winters stood up. Winters went in. She went in. She looked eye to eye, and she went in and she stated the truth. And that's what we have to start doing, is stating the truth. Quit letting people lies get legs and walk. And when they begin to walk, they begin to run, and people believe them. Everyone doesn't have the spirit of discernment to know that whoever is telling this lie is a liar. Everyone doesn't. Everyone doesn't know that. But in my absence, that I could not get there to listen to these the foolish two, the Tim Scott and Donald Trump of Flint, Michigan, which, because that's what it was. She supported a man who had come to council and said, like, come here, dog, come here, and who was rude, who should have been put out of city council for disorderly conduct, subsection code 31-10. They didn't have the courage to put him out. They couldn't call out racism and racist from a racist, and they didn't. They did not do it. He was able to yell out. And that wasn't the first time he's yelled out. He yelled out when he got upset, when he found out, he questioned my shirt, me and Jerry Winfrey Carter's shirt. He wanted to know, how do we pay for our shirt? Doug, that's really not your business. And why do I owe you an explanation as a white man, a white male who claims to be socially aware of how we pay for our shirt? So when I showed him, and I've said this, and then the video shows it, I went to show him the receipt on my iPad. he became upset. Why? Because he was willing to continue to share a lie that Candace Mashat, the liar she is, was still sharing. And she says, my questionable dealings. I got nothing questionable. Questionable is that money you getting from ARPA and the lengths that you're going through to get it, that you're willing to sit, you have sold your soul to the devil. Have sold it. When you went in there and defended him, nothing question about a $20 shirt that I paid for. And so when I showed Doug the iPad, they said, oh, her perfectly manicured nails. She pointed him. He didn't feel threatened. Then he said that he did tell the truth one time when he was in there when Liddell went to the ethics board and stated that, well, Doug, you tell her how it is. And he said, well, I said her perfectly manicured nails. And he said, but I did not feel threatened. He told the truth then. I ain't gonna lie for you. I ain't gonna lie on you, but I'm gonna tell the truth. And so just for Doug, I did get my nails done yesterday, since you like to keep track of when I get my nails done. And Sue had sent the word out, tell Tonya she need to get her nails done and quit waiting so long. So my nails had not been done since the week of Thanksgiving, okay? Because I don't have time. But if I could, Doug, I would get my pedicure and manicure every single week. I really would. But you know what, Doug? I don't have time. I got time for Doug's nonsense. So we're going to get into, I'm going to talk about first Candace's word of stating, I, as a Black woman, weaponize my race and I weaponize my gender as a woman because I called Doug out. How can I weaponize my race and color? I mean, that had to be the most idiotic statement that she could have made, and came in there and set before a group of people who shared the same melanated skin tone as her. She allowed this racist trope that he keeps trying to pass along to get legs and keep going. And she's pushing it. What would make her push that? Is she that desperate for that seat that she's willing to lie, to divide her very own community that is split in between Black and white and other races? Does she not understand that even your most liberal people don't and won't support racism? So you're willing to support only the racists in your ward? That's not what this is about. She doesn't have a clue. I weaponize my color. If you live in Flint, you have dealt with people of color, of all colors, ethnic backgrounds, and religions. You just have. So when he talks about weaponizing the color, let me tell you, I didn't get to choose my color, Candace, and you didn't get to choose yours. In case you didn't know, Candace, you are a Black woman. You are a Black woman. That color is chosen by my ancestors who made decisions way, way, way before me. Those decisions had nothing to do with me. But I can tell you this, the shades that we come in, I love my melanated skin. And let me say it again. I love my melanated skin. So Mickey, pull up melanated skin because Candace don't think she Black, clearly. Is a skin naturally occurring dark brown skin due to high pigmentation containing heavy melanin content in the skin of relating to being a Black person or a person of color. Additional information, the beauty of being Black, that we all come in a plethora of melanated shades. The beauty of being Black is that we all come in a plethora of melanated shades. That means a whole bunch of shades we come in. My melanated skin, I'm comfortable that I'm in, because you know what, and I'm Black. And if I ain't Black, since Doug said I wasn't Black, somebody please put up the melanated skin. That is the colors we all come in Black. And that is, if you one of them colors, you got to check the Black box on your driver's license, on all government or document. When they ask you what color are you, if you one of these shades, you are checking the Black box. Okay. So Doug said that I'm not Black. Doug doesn't clearly know that Black people and our melanated skin, we come in a plethora of color. a plethora of colors. So he needs to understand, and Candace needs to understand, how dare you get up there and defend a racist who sits up there and tells someone that I am not black, that my skin is not black. Yeah, I am. I check the black box. There's no other box to check for me. I check the black box. For him to tell me and to deny my color and my race, he is a racist. He's entitled. He has a problem. If you are any of those colors on there, you checking the black box. Okay? Because we come in a plethora of colors, the black community, the black race. So, Mickey, you fall within that.
You say what?
You fall within that melanated plethora of color.
Oh, yes, ma'am.
That's right. And listen, I'm proud. I'm proud. We are not all meant to look alike and be alike, and we need to celebrate our differences. When you get a black woman who gets up there and states that another black woman is weaponizing her color, she sounds absolutely ludicrous and ridiculous. So let's move on for that, but we're going to get back to that. But let's do some housekeeping. Mickey, put up the voter ID card. People, check your mail. People are receiving their voter ID cards. Check your mail to see if you have received your voter ID card. You will have a ward boundary change, and you have ward boundary change, and then you could have ward boundary change, or there will be ward boundary changes. And then also precinct changes. I think we're going from 54 precincts down to 29 precincts. So look for this card to come in the mail, because it will be coming. Look for it to be in the mail. So pay attention to that, because we got a map issue. It could be the old map, new map. People aren't for certain with the lot, and I'm not for certain. And it will more than likely be challenged because there are recalls. So I want people to make sure that they're paying attention to the mail when this comes, because you may have, you may go back to the old ward. My old ward never stopped. They never stopped. I never stopped working for them, literally. So if you need to make sure you pay attention to that. If it comes in the mail, you need to make sure that you save it, share it, and it may be likely to come up. Hold on, I'm sorry. It may be likely to change again, so I would not be surprised, because there are a lot of questions in regards to how those lines are set, when they were supposed to take effect. So there's a lot of things that people have questions actually with. So make sure you save those voter ID cards. Some people have received them, and some people have not, but they are due to come out. So Mickey, let's go on to, so now we've done our house cleaning with that part. Let's go on to, this is my mood for the rest of this weekend. I don't know, I may carry this mood into next week. During the last meeting, Ariel had this face when one of the speakers were speaking. And this is really my mood. Ariel's face is my entire mood. Can you put up Ariel's face? Listen, where did Mickey go?
Can you see it?
Yeah. That is my mood. Can you believe this mess? And that was Ariel's words, and that was his mood. Can you believe it? And that is exactly how I feel. Can you believe it? Can you believe it? So that is my mood for the rest of this week and probably next week. So Ariel was listening when at that time Doug was up there talking, and Ariel be knowing what's going on. that he be doing. And so he was like, man, what are you talking about? And so R.L. Mitchell has the face that, and the mood that, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? So, Mickey, let's move on past R.L. So we're going to put up the next one is going to be, so Tim Scott. Tim Scott is out there kissing Trump's behind. Some of these Black people, to get acceptance, have Dr. King, and we just celebrated King's birthday. We're getting ready to celebrate February, which is Black History Month, although it's the shortest month in the year. These Black people would have who fought for our rights would be rolling over in their grave if they seen some of this stuff. So Tim Scott, is he New Hampshire? I can't remember where he from, but he is a jerk.
I thought he was. What is it? I thought it was like South Carolina.
South Carolina.
I'm not for sure. Hold on. Do people in the chat know where Tim Scott from?
See, that's how, and we got to watch this because they live amongst us. They are, although what they say, all skin folk ain't kinfolk. All skin folk ain't kinfolk. They just are not. And Tim Scott, just when you think he can't sink any lower, he does. He had his lips puckered right on Trump's behind. And he looked, I don't even know, what would be a word to call? I don't even know, Mickey. What would be a word? I mean, he's a tap dancing sellout. He is a
you said it right.
tap dancing sellout.
I hate to say it. A handkerchief head.
A handkerchief head.
A coon.
Well, he and those are some of the words that people would refer to him as.
We sick boss. We sick boss.
The Django. Boss, you sick, I sick. Boss, you's hungry, I's hungry. Tim Scott is unbelievable. Unbelievable.
South Carolina, where are you from?
South Carolina. South Carolina is probably, they should be embarrassed with this last little thing with Tim. So all of you who don't know, because when we got some of these Black folks who are in positions, elected officials, and when they sell out their community, they sell out their race, they sell out their history, they sell out their ancestry with no problem. We're going to play the Tim Scott thing because I couldn't.
You know what? You got to send it back to me.
I got to send it back to you.
Yeah, because it said unavailable.
What?
Yeah, I said, I know Tim ain't trying to shut that down. Do he know the world know about him now?
Well, listen, that was a whole entire mess with him. Let me send it back. When they sell out the entire race, it's like, what do you stand for? We are not that far removed from slavery at all. We just aren't. And people act like everything's fair and equal. No. Racism still exists. Listen, there are white folks who don't like us. There are Black folks who want to be white folks who will do anything to get ahead. I'm not understanding some of it. No one ever asked me when I was able to run my business, and I dealt with full time for over 20 something years. They never asked me to sell out my race. You know why? They knew I wasn't a sellout. And who did I deal with majority? Republican white men. Republican. There were almost 1,000 ADT dealers in the U.S. And I was the only female black. And not one time did I have to sell out my race. Not one time did I allow them to talk to me crazy. And if they did, I checked them and met them where they were at. So this is, y'all got them. Listen, Tim Scott remind me I think Candace might be our Tim Scott because she is sucking up to Doug. She didn't rescue Doug out of council chambers like he was the victim, and he feels threatened when Doug is the person actually making the threatening gestures and stories and steps to that podium and lies. So let's watch Tim Scott.
Attention, please. Now we know when it comes to Tim, yes, or Master Scott. Now he always gonna do Tim, yes, or Master Scott things, but this y'all just may be one of the worst takes that he's ever had. Uh, without further ado, check out Tim, yes, or Master Scott, as he endorses his cult leader in New Hampshire. Without further ado, press play.
We need a president who will close our southern border today. We need Donald Trump. We need a president. We need a president who will unite our country. We need Donald Trump. We need a president who doesn't see black or white. We see a president who sees Americans as one American family. We need. And that's why I came to the very warm state of New Hampshire to endorse the next president of these United States, President Donald Trump.
My Lord, my Lord, my Lord. That's a minute and 9 seconds of my life that I can never get back. But if I had to see it, you had to see it as well. I mean, he has got to be the worst. I mean, worst. I mean, it ain't even close. He has got to be the worst Sambo in history. It ain't even close, y'all. I mean, you know what we sick and tired of? Tim, yes, and Master Scott. We sick and damn tired of Negroes like you holding the banner and uplifting white supremacy while in blackface. Yeah, that's what we sick and damn tired of. But you know what, y'all? Now that I'm thinking about it, listening to Tim, yes, and Master Scott these days, it simply takes me back to the old days.
You tell these people that's what I've been telling them right here. Had we been your friends for years?
Yes, sir. Sure.
Have we worked more than anybody in this country?
Yes, sir. Sure have.
Right. You got hungry and we give you something to eat, don't we?
Yes, sir.
And his name is Billy Weather. Billy Weather. That's right. No relation now, but he's a Weather, right? All right, Bill.
Yes, sir.
Try that name, Mr. Bill. I think that name came down. Try that name, Mr. Bill.
Yes, sir.
Billy Weather.
Yes, sir.
I think everybody loves y'all little that Weather.
Yes, sir.
I mean, if you didn't find here tonight at 12 o'clock, you could go after some here, they wouldn't hit.
I am, but what?
Bill, if you got in trouble, who did you go to? The white or the black? Tell the truth now. I'm saying, first, yeah, Bill, put him on his top so there ain't no color folks in. You don't want him bad right by himself. But is it anybody here that wouldn't have to do it?
No.
Two great senators, which is hard. I mean, did you ever think that she actually appointed you, Tim? And think of it, appointed, and you're the senator of his state, and she endorsed me. You must really hate her. No, it's a shame. It's a shame. I just love you.
And on that note, I rest my case. But you see, nothing takes the cake more than having a black man tell white America that this country is not racist. And if selling your soul was a person, oh, it would look just like Tim, yes, a Master Scott. But you see, Tim, yes, a Master Scott, it don't matter how much you chuck and jive and prance and two-step and high-step for the man, because he never ever never, ever, never, ever, never, ever, never, ever, never, ever ain't gonna pick you. And that's why we continue to say our skin folk ain't kin folk. And those would be facts on facts on facts on facts on top of facts. Sell your soul to the devil.
Mickey. Mickey, you unmuted.
Yes, I'm unmuted now.
Tim Scott. Can you believe it? In this day and age, Tim Scott, Donald Trump completely clowned him. Took his manhood. Talked about Nikki Haley. Didn't even choose you. But yes, the boss, I love you. Yes, the boss, I loves you. I could not. Come on, have some dignity. Have some dignity. So we have to be conscious of when we see tap dancing sellouts. And Tim Scott is a tap dancing sellout. Someone put in one of the comments, a bootlicker. Yeah, he is. I mean, that whole thing. And at the end of the day, Donald Trump is not going to choose Tim Scott for anything. Not for anything. But he done sold, as they stated, his soul to the devil. Carmen Lyons said the ancestors are not pleased. All the ancestors ain't pleased. And I'm downright embarrassed he a part of the black race. Who can we trade Tim Scott for? Good morning, Will Warren, and good morning, Kermit Scott. And Just Oil Solutions. I don't know if I mentioned yours also. Let me tell you, from Cleveland, Ohio, praying for the city of Flint. Listen, we need prayer. We need prayer. But y'all, who can we trade Tim Scott for? We'll trade Tim Scott from, we got to trade him for another person. Who can we trade Tim Scott for? We don't want him in the black race. We don't want him. Give us one Tim, we'll trade Tim Scott for one who. I can't even think of anybody. But we don't want him. Not at all. Good morning, Bradley Barkus Menard, Springfield, Ohio, praying for you. We need prayers. So we don't want Tim Scott, but we got our own Tim Scott here. We have our own Tim Scott. When Candace went in there and claimed that I weaponized my race and my gender as a woman, y'all, I wasn't meant to be in that room when she said that garbage and nonsense. I was not meant to be in that room. So me, where I was at running late from where I was, the function I was at, it was clearly meant to be, because her speech, her comments were terrible. And weaponizing her race as a black woman and weaponizing her ways, and she shouldn't have done that. And her questionable purchase. I bought a shirt. What is questionable? You got a whole ARPA application with over $300,000. Now that's questionable. Why isn't Doug questioning that? And why isn't Doug questioning Liddell's $50,000? Liddell Lewis's $50,000 with ARPA funds. My stuff is not questionable. No. But she was spewing that mess. You want to win so bad that you would go in and say that a black woman was weaponizing her race. I'm black. How am I weaponize my race? That's just a foolish statement. And then my gender is a woman. What does my gender have to do with my job? is city council that I was elected to. Candace, you weren't. You were appointed. You were appointed. You got a race that you have coming up. And part of your race is, or your ward, you got Black people that you obviously aren't identifying with as a Black woman. You're not identifying. She's clearly not identifying. And so how are you going to explain to your Black voters that you went and defended a man who said, Mickey, can you put up the comment? Because not my words, I'm going to use his words with the comment where he said, I wasn't Black.
Hold on 1 second. Let me, I'm finna get it. I'm finna get it for you.
He made a statement about Carol McIntosh this morning. You know, now he can keep playing with Carol if he want to. That's not the one. He can keep on. But what Doug is doing is uniting Black women.
You talking about that?
Because I support Carol. He needs to understand that.
You talking about this letter that Doug wrote?
Where he was in the comments when I had last week, when he was on there, where I had showing the Black baby, where the Black and the white, where he made himself the white savior. He was the white savior. He came in he was a white sheriff in a white hat. He was gonna save the downtrodden poor folk of Flint, Michigan. And he made me in a Black hat and there's a snake, and he was gonna come in and save us poor folk in Flint. Doug, we don't need you. Take yourself back to whatever Native American tribes I don't believe you went to. Number one, because you didn't learn anything from there. When you come in here spewing division and then trying to say to be professional, when you consistently go after Black women, you target Black women.
You ain't talking about this one. Hold on.
No, that's where he made that's where he was the white sheriff with the white hat. Listen, y'all, he wrote a whole short story. Doug is unhinged. He wrote a whole short story and illustrated. If you got that much time, Doug, do something good. You are purposely trying to show me in a negative light.
You ain't talking about the one, not to cut you off, the one with the snake, is it?
No, I'm talking about the one where he was in the YouTube comments.
Oh, okay. I got to go back and find it.
He's in the YouTube comments where I highlighted it because I want to make sure we see exactly what he did in his words, not my words, his words, when he felt so free. It's so blatant. That's like him burning a cross in my front yard, as far as I'm concerned. You're not going to keep coming for me, a woman of color, and think I'm not going to say something. And listen, not just that, my daddy got something to say. He got the right one. I know where I came from. He going to quit coming for Black women. So on here, can you blow it up, Mickey? So Candace came into the ethics and accountability. Candace Mushat, the person appointed to the 7th Ward, who is running an election, came in and defended this garbage. Doug Matthews stated last week, hey, snake bite, fomenting racial hatred again. Just another day at the office for you. By the way, your avatar is pumpkin colored, not Black. Candace came and defended this fool. She came in and defended this fool. Had a whole lot. How you gonna tell me? I checked the Black box. There ain't no other color box. My skin is melanated, Doug, in case you didn't know that. My skin is melanated. We come in a plethora of color, a plethora. But make it keep that back up because that pisses me off to the highest level of pistivity. And y'all need to click like and share this video. Y'all need to click like and share because we got Black folks who will tap dance, do whatever to lick boots, support a racist just to keep a seat. If I had to sell out my race, I don't deserve to sit in the seat that I'm in because I can't serve anybody if I don't love myself or the skin that I'm in. You cannot love yourself if you don't love the skin you in. I've never had to sell out myself. Now I had some people ask me questions, which you I hate to say you get used to. Well, you're not like other people. Well, what's other people? What's other people? I've had white men. I seen Jessica's comment that was up there too. Can we have both of them at the same time? What is not like other people? People who go to work, people who have the American dream, that we want to take care of our families, that we want to have the car, the house, the vacation. You know, if you live in Michigan, we want a home up north. We want the American dream. What the hell is other people? We get used to that. But then she comes in here and supports this racist nonsense from this foolish man. Now, by the way, your avatar is pumpkin colored, not black. Candace, we want to trade you along with Tim Scott. We want to trade you. We want to trade Tim Scott and Candace Mashat. I don't even know a white person that who we can trade them for that's on the cutting edge, because at least they may be true to their race. Tim Scott and Candace is not. She went there and defended and then lied. She perpetrated a lie over and over again. As she looked up into the ceiling. I don't know who her and Liddell be looking up when their eyes roll back in their head and they're looking up in the ceiling. She had the audacity to go in there and spew this lie. What was Jessica's comment? So I want to go to the next. Let's play that video. I sent you the TikTok? Do I need to just, Mickey, please remind Ms. Burns that Candace ignores Liddell's weaponization of Black rage and Black woman in order to threaten the political and personal life of the councilman in the 8th Ward. You're absolutely right, Jessica. You're 100% right. You know, and Liddell is just using that every chance she get, you know, knowing darn well he did not call her a monkey.
What TikTok? Oh, sorry about that. What TikTok you said you want?
It is a TikTok that I don't know who be making these TikToks. Y'all don't be saying Tonya Burns is 810. That is not Tonya Burns. Tonya Burns don't give anybody any content, but
which one you want first?
There's the one that it's of the E&A board where Winters is talking. Y'all were there.
I'm finna get it. I'm finna find it because there's a couple of them on here.
I may have to I know.
Resend it because it ain't the one with Candace was up there, was it?
Yep, it is the one with Candace was up there.
Got it. I got you. I'm finna go back.
Okay.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, that's the one where she up there. Flint's Tim Scott was up there.
You know what? Resend that one back to me because it's just a screenshot.
Oh, yeah, because I did a screenshot and the TikTok.
Yeah,
I did both. Let me
hold up. I think I got this one. Hold up. It might be. I got it.
You got it?
I got it. It's one Candace get up there. I got you. I got you.
Yeah, please play Flint's Tim Scott.
Oh, here we come. Hold on 1 second.
Y'all ain't gonna believe this. Check it out, Mickey. You got it.
Yeah, hold up. I'm finna get it. I had to come back out and come back in. But it's funny what you said, Flint Tim Scott. Oh,
yes, Flint Tim Scott.
She is finna be highly upset.
But I'm highly pissed off too.
I got you. I'm finna play it now.
To shed light on some things that I feel have been happening unfairly or feels a bit retaliatory against a resident of my ward, Mr. Doug Matthews. There was a meeting that occurred in which there was some questionable financial decisions from one of my colleagues. And ever since that meeting, my colleague has taken it upon herself to, it feels like it's a retaliation. Residents should not fear for their safety coming to meetings. Residents should not be retaliated against. Residents should not be called names and accused of things that they're not doing. We should not, because at the council, we use the word weaponize so often. So I want to say that that colleague should not weaponize her position as a council person. She should not weaponize her race as a Black woman, and she should not weaponize her gender as a woman. to create false narratives that could put people's lives in danger. I do call on my colleague today to certainly maybe change course, because there are a lot of things that are said about me that are not true, that I don't agree with, that I do not like. But what I cannot do is retaliate against members of this community, because they are still members of this community, regardless if we like what they're saying or how they're saying it. Now, keep in mind, if my colleague was disrespected, and especially in a way that attacked her race or her gender, I would absolutely stand up for that colleague. But we cannot, again, weaponize these things against people. And please believe that just because we are Black, it doesn't mean we can't weaponize the current social capital that we have, with everyone being aware that Black people need to be respected. I wholeheartedly believe that we are in a good place society-wise as far as Black people being able to have a voice. But what we don't want to do is take that voice and begin to marginalize other people in the way that we're marginalized, nor use that voice in a way that when there really is an issue, people will not believe us, because we've already used that in a way that it was like, well, that wasn't the issue there, so how do we believe you now? And so again, I'm just here on behalf of Doug Matthews today to say that I would ask this board to review our meetings, if you've not already, and take a look at some of the actions that have been done toward him by my colleague. And just really, I don't know, take the appropriate steps to maybe make some suggestions as to what happens when a council person is retaliating toward a member of the public because they did not like their point of view. Thank you.
Somebody tell Tim Scott to get on out of here. She done lost her everlasting mind. If my colleague had amen. If Doug Matthews had ever said anything, she would have defended me. Candace, I said every meeting. Not just that. He did this last pumpkin thing last week. He has said and tried to refer to Black women and using such racist tropes as the welfare queen with the fingernails. He's constantly got something to say as he goes after Black women. You know, my questionable financial, I purchased a shirt and I was kind enough to take him the receipt to show it to him. Normally, I simply do not honor any racist person's wishes or desires. Generally, I do not. But I got out of my seat to go show him, and he didn't want to see the receipt. And then I came back. So she stated retaliation. This man has a fixation. Doug Matthews has a fixation with Black women. A fixation. He has a fixation with Black women. And the fixation with me, to where he's made a complete story. He's got Candace, who is a Black woman, a woman of melanated skin tone, who was supporting. She wouldn't have supported his lie. She knew damn well going in, Doug had made those comments that I wasn't Black. She sits right next to me. Right next to me. Ain't like she can't hear me. She to my left. She is to my left. Don't weaponize her race as a Black woman. Okay, I'm Black. First thing you see when you meet me is I'm Black and I'm a woman. I have all the things. My skin is of a darker hue. I have all the things that a female has on her anatomy that says I am a woman. I'm a Black woman. Can't hide that. Can't hide it at all. The first impression that people gonna see before they even know my name is that I am a female Black woman. Candace is no better than Tim Scott. She's no better. She will do anything to keep, because Doug said he's going to vote for her. Are you willing to sacrifice everything for a vote for a racist? Well, let me clue you in, Candace. Maybe you didn't know. People who don't like racists come in all colors. There are people who are Black who don't like racists. There are people who are white who don't like racists. There are people who are Latino who don't like racists. So you willing to throw everything and caution to the wind for a man who said, I'm not Black. My skin tone is pumpkin. that might be your only vote that you throwing behind him, because you completely just alienated everybody in that ward who is Black or has melanated skin, which would be those who are Latino, because their skin is darker too. She don't get it. No, she gets it. She thinks she's smart enough. No, I weaponize. And then she says, just because you Black doesn't mean we should be able to weaponize our race. What are you talking about? Now you just saying rhetoric, Tim Scott, Candace Michelle. Now you just talking crazy. You have to, people who don't like racist or racism, it is not just, it's not Black. You look at what the civil rights movement was, and it was people coming together to fight the system. You are supporting a white male who has a fixation with Black women, an unhealthy fixation. He has an unhealthy fixation, and you are supporting this. Just this morning, he posted about Carol McIntosh. And we need Black women to support us. We need Black women, and we need Black men. We need Black men. We need people to support us, because this stuff has no place. I talk policy and procedure. Doc came from me, and he keeps coming for Black women. I can't read the comments, Mickey. I know you are putting them up, and thank you for putting them up across the crawl. So can you put to the part, we got to go to the ENAB board that you and Winters, the 810 had, and I've got the time stamp on that one. Because in my absence, I'm glad I wasn't in that room. So in my absence, Winters, she was like, nah, we ain't doing this today. Not today. We are not doing this today. So you got the ENAB board with Mick. Your mic is not on.
I gotta go find it, because you ain't, even that one didn't come through neither.
Oh, why are they
I don't know why it's not coming in, because I'm in here right now and it keeps saying unavailable.
Okay. I'm gonna have to go back. Okay, I'll resend that through. So, and then the timestamp for that part, did it come through?
Yeah, it just came through.
So the timestamp for that, because so as I was on my way there, thank you, Winters Hall, for standing in the gap and speaking, because Candace gave this story like Doug is the poster child for just goodness. You know, he has already portrayed himself and sees himself in the light of being Flint's hero, that he's a lawman, a law person. He's the sheriff, which gives him the ability to round up Black people. And he's already condemned Black people by putting Black people, or putting me, a Black woman, into a black hat, criminalizing me, not only by my race, but criminalizing me by putting on what's Black is bad, by placing a black hat on me. Now, Doug Shirley, with all the 1 million degrees you got in your social work and your law degree from Harvard, probably should have understood that. He decided to create a negative stereotype about Black people. He created himself a hero, a white savior, in a white hat. He made the Black woman who has a melanated skin, who he said, I'm not Black, that my color is pumpkin, and put me in the black hat. Doug, you a damn racist. So, Mickey, the part, the time stamp did not come through either, did it?
You could just, I'm almost, it's at 13 something, ain't it?
I think it is. The time, it's right after Candace speaking, because before she dipped out that room.
Yeah, I'm trying to find it right now.
Winters got her. So if you get it like at the end of her speaking, Winters got her before she left that room lickety split. And she was like, no, not today. Like, before you leave here, I'm gonna check during public speaking. And Winters stood in the gap. And that's what we need. We need people to stand in the gap. We can allow this one person, which is Doug and Candace, or we can overall work together for a better Flint. We can all work together for a better Flint for the overall. These are just two people. Tim Scott and Donald Trump.
I'm almost there to it. I'm working getting there.
And so a lot of that stuff, it went out of your it went out of it, Mickey. So it's not showing any of them.
No, I'm almost there. I got you. I got it now.
Should be 8. No, okay.
Nope, I got it. I got it. I got it right on the nose.
Okay.
Winters Law 810 News Media Group. Before Mr. Matthews leaves the room, maybe Candace wish I didn't know that he attacked one of your colleagues. He attacked everybody. Oh, excuse me, on the Tonya Burns. He's in my Facebook Messenger.
Mickey, cut it up.
Slide snake bite Burns. He wanted the letter from the NA meeting to be sent to him confidential, where Clyde Edwards was talking about Miss Little. Okay, he said that she wasn't. He wanted some information on her. He was going to be coming out with more letters against the ENA board. Okay, then that following council meeting, he sent Tonya a picture of a snake and then a picture of another snake with a cowboy hat on it, addressing her as Sly Snake Bite Burns, old snake bite, the same thing that he sent in my inbox. Okay, so while he up here trying to be ethical and hold people accountable, he should check himself, and everybody needed to know that. I couldn't let that slide.
So, Winters, I appreciate you, my sister, for standing in the gap for me because I couldn't get there. Man, I would probably be asking somebody, look, y'all call such to get me out. Stephanie and Michelle are on here, look, I need y'all to get me out. I'll put some money on my books. What in the I'm going back to 1860 are they doing? What in the world? Where's their dignity? Where's Candace's dignity as a Black person that you support? Make it put up. I just sent to you what Doug put into Winters' box.
I gotta blow it up for you. Let me blow it up.
Yeah, because these old eyes can't see like they used to. He was in her inbox. Winters, thank you. Thank you for in my absence that you had my back. Thank you. So this is Doug Matthews, who Candace Machat, Tim Scott, Flint's Tim Scott, said I guess she didn't know anything about because Doug is busy. So Doug Matthews put, hello, Miss Hall. I enjoy waving back and forth across the room with you. I thought you might find the attached interesting. Please say you got it from a confidential source if you are asked. My partner said that you had the letter that the city manager wrote to the EAB board about Miss Little's lack of suitability for the post. If this is true, I sure would like a confidential source lead it to me. I will also be writing about Tonya Burns, who I now like to call Sly Snake Bite Burns, or just those snake bite for sure. You have to see the video. I will also be writing a lot more about the EAB board. Video included in each piece. BT Dub, are you interested in the interview? Man, Winter sent back to him, Doug, in all due respect, F you. Doug ain't gonna be in that inbox no more. No more. He will not be in that inbox no more at all. I think Doug threw slide into people's DMs. I really think, I'm sorry. I really think he is. Doug don't get enough. Look, everybody ain't like Flint's Tim Scott, Candace Mushat. Okay. Doug, everybody is not like Tim Scott's. I'm sorry, Mickey. Hold on. Doug, everybody is not like Flint's Tim Scott, Candace Mushat. They not. You can't go slide into people's DMs like that. No. Some of them gonna give you some kickback, and you ain't gonna like what they say.
Candace, not to cut you off, Time, but it is a song called "It Goes Down in the DM."
It goes down in the DM. Now, you know.
But that one went backwards for him, though. It didn't go the way he wanted it to go. But maybe he'll stay out of a person DM.
Listen, that one did not go away. She told him, F you. Listen, Winston ain't she ain't Candace Mushat, Flint's Tim Scott. She came at her. So put up the letters. So Candace stated she didn't know about it, right? Now we didn't have these meetings. Everybody know about social media. I said she sits next to me to the left. Did the letters come through? Mick.
Hold on 1 second. I'm going to him right now.
Unless I got to resend them.
No, hold on. Let me make sure.
Man, he's sending them DMs.
Man.
It did not work out for him.
Some letters. No, I ain't got no
It's
letters.
right below the TikTok. I'm gonna send them back.
Hold on. You said below the TikTok. No letters.
Okay.
No letters.
I'm gonna send them back. So he ain't gonna be sliding them DMs no more. Not at all. Look, everybody is not like Candace Mushat, Flint's Tim Scott. not at all. You will not get the same result. Not at all. Okay, Mickey, I got
him. Yep, I got it.
So I sent her a letter. Let's just say she did see him. Everybody else didn't seem to. She know Doug comes up there and just makes a fool of himself. He was mad about that. When she talking about my questionable financial decision, ain't nothing questionable. Y'all will not see Tonya Burns in the orange jumpsuit, okay? Listen, not at all. I remember I worked at the bank. I worked at Citizens Bank. Only Black woman worked there. They had this one woman stealing them blind. She was going to see different shows, taking other people, and the FBI came to the bank. We had to go to it was Citizens Bank, and we had to all go to downtown because they wanted to know to be interviewed. And so I remember, with the FBI agent, and he was talking, and he was like, "Well, you're not nervous." I said, "Let me tell you something. What y'all will never do is catch me stealing. That is not what I do." I said, "Now you want to know who taking the money? Who's taking the trips? You want to know who taking the money? Who's going to all the concerts?" I was the only Black woman. And I told him, I said, "Look, we can wrap this up. Y'all know who doing this." I said, "I got a child in daycare. I got to get my son, my daughter out of school, But they knew, and he just had to bust out laughing. I said, "Ain't like y'all don't know who doing it. This is a formality. You will not look. Y'all not gonna ever. They're not gonna ever get the opportunity to see me being walked out in no cuffs. No. I will not be the purple walk for Tonya Burns. No. You will not have Sheriff Chris Swanson. He did a perfect purple walk. That purple walk he did with that guy who who beat the lady up, assaulted her, and then killed her dog, he perped walk him and had the news there. No. Tonya Burns ain't taking even nothing. Ain't no question. I paid for my shirt. And Doug felt foolish because he had concocted this little thing with Liddell Lewis. And Liddell was trying to question the fact about them shirts. And they both look like fools, Liddell and Doug. I'm like, no problem. Look, let me get you the receipt, for me and Jerry Ricardo's shirt. Hey, we can solve it. And then he was humiliated. Doug was humiliated because he made a fool. He was trying to say that I did not pay for some shirt. Doug, don't go to it. I paid for my Mott Fest shirt. I paid for my stuff. But then again, he has a problem, as he states. He thinks everything is free. There's no free money, no free repairs. There's nothing free. They always think Black people want something free. It always takes some races to say Black people want something free. And Miss Claire McClinton got up there and stated, he don't know what the hell he's talking about. We're going to get to that. But let's get to the letter. So let's say she didn't know, which we know that's a lie. We know that's. So I told her, I said, good morning. No, that's her letter. I need the other one. Please. And thank you. So I said, okay, well, let me send her a letter. Maybe she did not. Let's just be clear. And everybody knew. Now in the meeting that she went, she said, if I had known, I would have defended you if he had have known. Well, before, shouldn't you have called and asked? Everybody in Flint got my number. You got my email. You sit next to me. You didn't know. Get out of here, Tim Scott.
Well, I gotta pull this one up for you. Hold on 1 second. Let me go in here and pull it up.
Yeah, and I didn't clip it. I didn't clip it down. But,
right. No.
So I don't know what's going on with all our stuff, Mickey.
No, you know what? It's not. That's all it's showing is that it's just that's from you. It won't even let me tap on it.
Oh wow.
Yeah, wow. When I tried to just tap on it, it won't even open it up. That's why I thought that the first part that you sent me was yours. Yeah, it won't even let me. It's not even letting me tap on it. That's all it's just showing. Oh, I got it. I got it. Hold on. I got you. I got this. I got you. 1 second. Let me get it for you.
Okay. Well, I can.
Here go right here. I got you.
Okay. So I sent it. And guess, y'all, that's at 2:57 a.m. because that is my free time where I'm finishing up stuff because I wear several hats and have a lot of things. And I don't have time, as Doug thinks I have time to sit in the salon to get my perfectly manicured nails. No, I don't. I'll be working late, y'all. And this job's supposed to be part-time, and it's not. It's full-time with part-time pay. It's like 1/5 pay, 20% pay. But I want something good for our community. So, and I do other things that I work for. So listen, so it states, so I sent it. I said, greetings. I watched can you blow it up a little bit more, Mickey? Now, I can't. Does it blow up any further? Thank you, Mickey. It says, greetings. I watched the ethics board meeting and I sent this letter to Candace Mushat, Flint's Tim Scott. I watched the ethics board meeting and was deeply disturbed. Doug Matthews has referred to my color and was bold enough to leave it in print. What's disappointing is that you fabricated a complete story as you stood before the board. You stated that you would have defended me if you were made aware, but that's not true, for you were chairing the meeting on 1/22/24, the special affairs meeting you chaired. If by chance you did not have a chance to view it, please take the time to view the attachments. So I sent the statement that I showed prior where he stated about my skin color is not Black. And then I sent a video. Now, can you put up her letter, please? And she knows, she knows what's going on. Just lying. And stood before that board and just lied. Just lied. So she sends back. Can you blow up a little more? I can't see it. Can you blow up a little more? Okay. Just good morning. Thank you for sharing this information with me. I completely understand understand that this is a situation in which both parties are deeply offended. Girl, he said my race was not black. I'm not black. Well, I could be incorrect. No, you are incorrect. You are wrong. And you supported someone who, and you the vice president, as you stated your title, as you stood before the board, in your official capacity as vice president of Flint City Council, you told a lie in your official capacity. I could be wrong. I could be incorrect. I believe that both of you may be able, at the very least, to broker some sort of peace. Can't Tim Scott stop it? However, as you know me, you know that I would never knowingly and purposely be deceptive. Mickey, she knew darn well that he had lied. And here she is lying again. However, as you know me, you know that I would never knowingly and purposely be deceptive. That's exactly what you did. Knowingly and was purposely deceptive. There is no gain in us fighting as colleagues. So no, I did not fabricate. I spoke to what I've witnessed as an outside party to a conflict that could have been avoided. Candace, you are absolutely ridiculous. I am willing to discuss this further with you to gain clarity on your perspective and share mine. I don't want your clarity because your mind is clouded. You should have gotten the clarity for you took your behind down there and lied as the vice president of the Flint City Council. You do the work beforehand. You don't do it on the backside. You do it beforehand before you spread lies. And you knowingly went in and purposely lied and used, or deceptively, which was her word. It is my sincere hope that the council members, as we begin to show the residents that we are some of the best that Flint has entrusted with the responsibility of moving Flint forward and helping to create a wonderful place to thrive. I hope that we can all get to a place where suspicion and accusation are not our first thought with dealing with each other. Again, thank you for reaching out to me, and I am willing to discuss this further with you. Tim Scott, nobody discussing nothing with you. No, you knowingly went in there and defended this man. You do the work beforehand. What? It's just like, let's say an attorney. Attorney is not going to go plead your case and knowing that you got the goods. He going to say you didn't commit the murder, but then the other person, the prosecution has got the knife, the gun, the crime scene. They got, everything that they need, DNA. So come on. She had everything she needed. She knew what she was doing. She knowingly went in there, said her title. So in her official capacity, she went in there and lied to the EA, Ethics and Accountability Board. She knowingly did that. So Lorna, I'm not going to mess up your last name. So Councilwoman Burns, what the audience was letting her know was that what he was saying, and what she was saying, that she didn't give a damn what nobody was saying. Yeah. That's true. So let's go on to Mickey. She knew she was lying. She sat next to me. We have been talking about that. I talked about during every meeting that he referred to me as not being black.
She was there. It's just crazy. But that's going back to what you said. And I like what one of it was Sherry Allen. Candace is just doing this to gather a vote. It was something that let me re-say it, Don Pfeiffer said. And I'm not being racist is what I'm finna say. It's just facts. Candace is doing that with Dennis to get the white vote, thinking that's going pandering over, that's going to help her going along with Dennis. Ain't that his name? Dennis, Doug, my bad. Doug. Going along with Doug.
Doug with the white hat.
Yeah, because that right there, what she doing. That's why I said it when we was up there. Like, is this the hill she want to make her fight on? Like, you really coming up here with that?
This guy is crazy. He has a fixation, and she defended that nonsense. She defended it. Crazy. So let's go on to, because he attacks other women. So let's go on to, do you have the TikTok where he went off on Carol?
Hold on 1 second. Let me go get
and Joe King got about his seat.
Yeah, let me find this one right here. It's the TikTok, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna probably have to resend that back.
Hold on, let me make sure I got the right one. Because it was several of them.
It was with the 810.
Yeah, I know. I got it. this ain't the one with him and. Oh my
But Joe
goodness.
King, he went in there to attack Carol. Now I'm worried.
I got you. I got
I'm worried when she quiet. You know, when she talking, she telling you what she thinking, but when she quiet.
Yeah, I got it.
Let's play this one. And here's he is. He's attacking another black woman.
Involving a board member, Miss Carol McIntosh.
Is that as loud as we can get it on your end?
Yeah, it's how he did it, or whoever recorded it.
Unfortunately serves as examples of how not to embody these ethical norms. On January 5th, McIntosh streamed live on Media 810. Ms. McIntosh's remarks on various sensitive topics, including religion, sexuality, and race, frankly, lack the objectivity and professionalism expected of an EAB member. Discussing conspiracy theories and personal opinions in a manner that could be construed as disrespectful to certain groups does not align with the principles of respect and diversity and impartiality. Ms. McIntosh said, and I quote, "If you got enough money, you can touch all the little kids that you want."
Thank you, Mr. King.
She said that black women and children
Thank you, Mr. King.
because white
Thank
people
you.
provide their body parts.
Thank you. See,
She
yeah,
said they're
right.
talking
Thank
women
you.
into
He
getting
said, see, he gonna keep going.
so that trans men can have babies.
He wants to be the
You're not going I don't mind coming to the meeting and you give your opinion something, but this is not the board that you're gonna come and attacking
Thank
the
you.
board members.
I have a free speech
You
right.
have-
I'm not attacking her.
All right.
I'm telling the truth about her.
We're not gonna get a shot now. Now, either hold it to what you got to say, what you see wrong, but don't attack.
Well, I understand why she doesn't want to acknowledge these statements.
Let me handle it.
All right, I'll continue. I'm almost done.
Do it, but don't do an attack.
It's not an attack. It's a criticism, a professional criticism.
So,
While we value free speech and diverse viewpoints, it is imperative that as members of an ethics board, you adhere to the highest standards of conduct, both in your official capacities and in your public expressions. Our actions and words must always reflect the ethical standards we are entrusted to uphold. Thank you for your attention.
Here we go again. Now, I ain't never seen Mr. Joe King, get upset. Oh, let me handle this. Let me handle this. Mr. Joe King was like, not today. Doug is comfortable going in every setting. And he didn't quote Carol correctly. He did not. He never does. He never quotes people correctly. He just does it. You know, he does what he wants to do. He had Candace coming there, Flint's Tim Scott, supporting him. And so he felt that he could say and do whatever he wanted to do. Doug has a problem with Black women. He has a fixation. So, Mickey, play the TikTok I just sent you, where he wants to talk about free money and it's not free. Can you play that for me, Mickey? I just resent that. It's at the bottom. The last one that you would have gotten. Mickey, I can't hear you. Your mic.
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you now.
Oh, my bad. I had I keep leaving me on mute. My bad. I got you though. Hold up, let me redo this.
Listen, y'all, click like and share also while he's queuing that up. And also help us to keep these doors open and the lights on. You can donate to $810 News Media Group, Cash App, 810 News Media Group. Did it come through? Mickey, your mic is off.
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you now.
My bad. I keep muting myself when I'm trying to get this going because I'm laughing on who it is.
Did it come through?
Yeah, no, but keep making me keep going back out. Hold on, I got it. I got it. Let me go ahead and pull it up. I don't know why it keep kicking me out. I got you. 1 second. Now let me try it this way. Here you go. I was having it the whole time. It was just another one of them. Here we go. You ready for it?
Yeah, so this is Doug speaking about ARPA money and Black people basically, and people in the first ward, and people tell us it's not free money. Now the lady who's going to come after Miss Claire McClinton, who gets him straight, he decides to come up here to say it's not free money. Why? Because, as Black people, he wants to stereotype Black people, into certain groups and categories that's suitable to him. He has a fixation on Black women. So listen to what he's saying. And then after he speaks, Miss Claire McClinton is going to check him. Okay, Nikki,
members are falsely promising free money for home repairs from ARPA funds. It's your money, they say. They use these promises of direct payments to attack political opponents, implying they're blocking them. When that's due to the strict ARPA regulations the city must follow. Let's be clear about ARPA's purpose. ARPA is about extending a helping hand with proper oversight, not about playing political games. Promises of free money for home repairs may sound appealing, but they are false. The federal government explicitly does not provide free money for home repairs. We must see through these false promises.
The previous speaker don't know what the hell he's talking about. And we get tired of that old trope about free money. People want free money. The people that need the money are the people that built this city. They worked at General Motors. They retired. They need home repairs. They need home rehabilitation. We're living on limited incomes. And you all need to stop twisting things. Nobody hollered about free money when National Capital came down here. I hate to keep beating that dead horse. Nobody was talking about free money when community first come down here. And that's just a lie that ARPA money cannot be used for home rehab and rehabilitation. We need to put a resolution and a motion on the floor to add $16 million for home repair and rehabilitation. Simple as that.
So here it is, Doug down here talking about it's not free home repair. Doug, I need you to be more truthful. Saginaw has given out and repaired and placed over 200 furnaces. They've done roofs on homes also. And with the money left over, they were going to do windows. So they had a phase 1, 2, and 3. Flint, you're right, maybe Flint hasn't done any of those things. So ARPA money does do home repairs. And so Flint is given $5 million to Metro Community and to Habitat for Humanity, but it has not reached any of the Flint residents yet. Saginaw has. Saginaw began their program not this year, I believe the year before. And so they have had over a year that they have allocated and actually put in, these things. So people have went through the winter experiencing the benefit of a new furnace and having a new roof. Meanwhile, Liddell Lewis in the second ward put out Miss Mayfield, whose roof needed repairing and was sleeping in her car. So, when we talk about, Doug doesn't know what he's talking about. He going to Saginaw's website. Because he steps to that podium and speaks does not mean he knows what he's talking about. As Miss Claire Clinton said, he doesn't know what the hell he's talking about. He don't know. So they keep talking about these ARPA funds. And where's ARPA funds? Doug decided he's going to speak about the ARPA funds. So what happened with the ARPA funds? We had that, they transferred that on December the 18th to the general fund. The CFO, and Mickey, I guess you might not have that part either. And I need your mic on, Mick.
It's on.
Okay. So, and I guess some of those did not come through. So the part where the CFO states about he states that $250,000. I didn't put the timestamp in that one.
No, ma'am.
Yeah, I did. 2 hours and 5 minutes.
Got you. On this video you just sent me, right?
Yeah. At the 2 hour.
I got you. 2 hours and 5 minutes.
Where he stated that, because I asked them specifically, they voted, the five of them voted to put the $40 million bag, because it was just so urgent because we were going to get that. If we transferred that money, that $40 million, in December, we would get that $250,000, and we had to have a deadline to get that $250,000. So they voted a yes on taking $40 million out the ARPA and placing $250,000 into the general fund. That's what they did. They voted to take $40 million, which had ARPA guidelines on it, to put into the general fund. And as you notice now, Mayor Neely is running. Guess what he's gonna be using the campaign with? $40 million. He already got his name up on signs, them crime prevention, but that might be a violation of campaign because he used city funds to do that. I believe you can do that. Illinois, that Tiffany Tahoe did it, and she's being investigated for it. And you look on those little red and yellow signs, and he didn't attach the polls, his name is on it. You're not supposed to put your name on. I believe that's a campaign finance issue, because she got in trouble for it. Those are city funds, and he's using those. He has his name on them, not City of Flint. His name, Sheldon Neely, is on them signs. So you got that mark where we at?
I got it already.
So I want y'all to pay attention to what the CFO states when I ask him, where's this money at? The five of them transferred that, voted yes to move that $40 million. We were supposed to get $250,000. Listen to what the CFO says where it's at.
2 hour and 5 minute mark, right?
2-05. Yeah.
Wow, we right on the money.
Mr. Moore, did we ever get the money for creating this deadline that we were supposed to get $250,000? Is that a question that you have? Yeah, through you, Madam Chair, to Mr. Moore. Did we ever get the money?
We don't know. Leave that man alone.
We have submitted the paperwork. I do not anticipate receiving that from probably tomorrow.
Okay, see over here, Councilman Murphy don't know what I'm talking about. The critical thinker comes and so we have not received that money yet, right? And do we know how much we're getting? Our last conversation was we didn't know the exact amount.
I still don't know that.
You still don't know the exact amount.
Lord have mercy. Go sit down, baby.
$40 million in that account, and we still don't know how much we get. And so this is the stuff I'm saying. But these are critical thinkers up here. Critical thinkers. You know, I need them to be comprehensive, to comprehend the readers. You know, read and understand. So we don't know, do we have a date when we have a ballpark?
Let's go right now to the end of March, we should find out.
Can you say that again?
The end of March is when we should find out. Okay,
so we did this all before December, and we still did, we're gonna have to look right now to get 250,000. We haven't gotten zero so far. We don't know how much we're getting so far. So we know who on this council is getting ARPA money, first in the second ward, and also in the seventh ward. So I just don't, and I'm not comfortable with this. So you can brand and say it 10 times to try to deceive people. In my opinion, I'm not buying it. We didn't get the money that we thought we were supposed to this time crunch to get it done. We didn't know how much we're getting. We didn't get, we moved that $40 million over and haven't gotten anything. Got a very big old aid. Nothing. I'm done.
Okay, Mickey.
Okay, the chair recognizes.
Listen, I voted no on that. Why? They don't know when we're getting the money. And now he don't even know if we're getting 250,000. But those five, Liddell Lewis, Candace Mushat, Quincy Murphy, Judy Priestley, and Eva Worthing all voted to move that $40 million out of ARPA because we had to get the 250,000. CFO said, we don't know how much we're getting. We haven't gotten it, but they moved that $40 million. They moved it, took off the ARPA guidelines. ARPA guidelines meant that it had to be in certain categories, and according to the Department of Treasury, it could only be spent a certain way. That money has now been transferred to the general fund. And as much as they try to say it's still ARPA, it's not. I didn't put up that resolution which states that money has been transferred to the general fund, but it has ARPA guidelines and it can't be spent unless it's city council approved. We have to approve everything. Only thing that puts on is the $75,000 cap. Don't let them fool y'all and lie to y'all. Listen, we don't even know how much money we get in the 250,000. We have not gotten yet. That's just like that $50 million that Mayor Needy claimed we were going to get additional with the $170 million for the pension bailout. We did not get the extra $50 million. That was a lie. We didn't get it. We simply did not get the extra $50 million. Didn't get it. The $170 million Flint's pension fund at that point was only financed at 26%. He claimed we were going to get two payments, 170 million and 50 million. We did not get the 50 million, and we're not getting it. They took the $40 million that was left in ARPA and said we had to hurry up and move it over. Hurry up, move it over. We got to get this 250,000. Well, the CFO just said we haven't gotten the 250,000, and he don't know when we're gonna get it. Not my words, in his words. So, Mickey, can we go to the 4 hour and 32 minute mark? Because I want to talk about points of order. Them rules. They kept on talking about them ridiculous rules. And Liddell Lewis is the biggest rule breaker it is. And Quincy, boom.
Yeah, hold on. See, you'd have made me lose train of thought. You said 4 hour. You said 4 hours.
32 minutes.
Yeah, okay.
Yes.
You
He just thought he was on point until Liddell and them would not vote yes on his garbage priority waste. And he got mad and left out, and she called him emotional. Liddell called Quincy emotional. We're going to get to the emotional. So 4 hour and 32 minute mark.
I can't. I got you right now. I'm gonna bring it up. This is funny.
They break the rules more than anything. Points of order. Can you go on, for her points of order? No, we got it right.
This right here, the 4 hour and 32 minutes.
Yeah, it's gonna be that.
I'm gonna push play.
Can you cut it up, or does it?
That's how I. Hold on. That's Winter's phone. I got to get a boom mic for the cell phone so it can be a better whistling because I got it up loud.
Okay, that's as loud as it go. Okay.
Yeah.
So I think, and I listen to what they're saying with the fiduciary now. When we get these add-ons, it's really not fair for everyone. We're just reading these now. Really.
And we don't know.
Making a decision,
Yeah.
as opposed to having time, maybe over the weekend to go through them. So I will be supporting the postponement indefinitely, but I think my colleagues, you put me so disrespectful with your call for questions, because we have questions.
Here we go. To talk with Quincy.
To the speaker, do you know the call for question is in the council rules?
Please proceed.
That was
Please proceed.
No better than that. Listen, you want to be critical thinking about now. We don't break the rule we didn't talk about it before. Then Western City talked about, I didn't see, he broke the rule. I can read and I can comprehend, and I can talk very clearly. And I'm also requesting that email with them Christmas gifts December 22nd. Okay, if you become pick them up at. Wow. That she was giving gift cards at I can't take this shit. He's clapping the person in the third ward.
Councilman Murphy, please proceed.
I mean, anyone say all the time that I have talked.
And
Excuse me, she's ready.
What's your point of order? My point of order is like Mr. Murphy being the Republican clap. Councilwoman Burns is not speaking to the resolution.
Okay.
Love like I said, boo.
She didn't ask for the floor. She took the floor and put that floor on herself. Now she wants the power to you don't exhibit the behavior.
Excuse me.
That motherfucker said boo. Kirby. He said boo.
Off topic, off resolution. We're just trying to talk about this resolution and move forward. That's my point of order.
Okay, so, couple things all night. And I've been patient with everybody. Everybody's been trying to cheer my meeting. Stop. Proceed.
So here's part is a.
Okay, you can cut it, Mickey.
What's the name?
So here it is, the two biggest offenders. Quincy gonna interrupt to try to tell me the charter. The critical thinker want to tell me about the charter. The charter wannabe scholar. And he's breaking the council rules. Does she know that it's in the charter? And then what does Liddell do? Request for information, point of order. So both of them, what they put Mays out for, they consistently and routinely break those rules that they held him accountable for. They held Councilman Mays accountable for those rules, and they consistently and routinely break them themselves. You can't make this up. Liddell didn't get the floor before she started talking. She can't help herself. Every time I talk, she point of order request for information because I clearly irritate her. My spirit irritates Liddell's demons. And let me say it again. My spirit irritates Liddell Lewis's demons. Period. And Quincy's too. But I mean, you can't make this up. But that love affair with them didn't last long. Woo! It got down to some things. So we know towards the end of the night, Judy broke quorum. But let's go to, did Woodson's video come through? Or that one didn't come through for you either?
Hold on, let me check right quick.
Telling you, my face is RL, my mood is RL Mitchell's mood. I ain't joking.
You said the Winters video, which one?
Yeah, y'all, the what's I'm getting no Woodson's. I'm sending it back to you. I'm sending it to you now. I sent you Woodson's video because I think the battery had died. Okay.
Yeah, I
And so
got
I
it
need to
right
go to the 5 hour and 10 minute mark.
there. I got you. 5 hours and 10 minutes. You said 5 hours and 10, right?
Yes.
I'm finna have you set up like it was nothing.
Let's get there.
Who say A10 ain't like Fox and MSNBC? We right there. Let me put this together for you. Let me get this
Because look,
together
we
for you.
gotta put the videos up because these folks, they be lying.
Oh, sure
They
will.
be lying.
Sure will.
Lying. All these points of orders and points of information. They put Mags out for this. But week before last, and my 2 minutes into council response, Liddell Lewis interrupted me 9 times with points of orders and points of information. And I hope Mays' attorneys have that because I'm going to send it to them 9 times in 2 minutes. Okay, let's play this one. Let me see what this one is at. Because I know I did some double. Let's play it, Mick.
5:10.
Yep. Oh, that's Quincy with his boom.
You don't want me to play this one?
Yeah, play it because this might be a little different. Play that.
Back then. So I think, and I'm listening to what you're saying with the fiduciary amounts, and we get these add-ons. It's really not fair for everyone because we're reading these now. You know, and making a decision as opposed to having time, you know, maybe over the weekend to go through them. So I will be supporting to postpone this indefinitely, but I think my colleagues, we put being so disrespectful with doing call for question because we have questions.
Oh, they can hear this one better, so I'll let this play out to after this.
Through you to the speaker, do you know the call for question is in the council rules?
Please proceed. He know he should know better than that. Mr. Wannabe critical thinker, you better go. You don't break the rule and then talk about it before. Then break the rules that he talked about. I am proceeding. He broke the rule. I can read and I can comprehend and I can talk very clearly. And I'm also requesting that email with them Christmas gifts December 22nd. They said we can come pick them up at. That you was giving gift cards at $4,750. Decorum. Can you warn him? He's clapping. The person in the third ward.
Councilman Murphy, please proceed.
I mean, but anyone say all the times that I have talked. Excuse me, she's right.
What's your point for my point of order? Just like Mr. Murphy being interrupted with the clap, Councilwoman Burns is not speaking to the resolution at hand.
Okay, and she's real old. She didn't ask for the floor. She took the floor, then went back to correct herself. Now she wants a parliamentarian. You don't exhibit the behavior.
Excuse me.
No.
Point of order. Point of order again is she talked. Ms. Burns is off the topic of resolution. Excuse me. We're just trying to talk about this resolution and move forward. That's my point of order.
Okay, so, couple things all night. And I've been patient with everybody. Everybody's been trying to chair my meeting. Stop. Proceed, Ms. Burns.
Okay, you can cut it, Mickey. So I put that because people can hear it better. They come at you and they do a tag team. This been week after week, and they do it. Keep coming for me. I could care less because I'm going to stand my own. And I hate to say stand my ground. They're not going to talk crazy to me. I'm going to meet you where you at is what I'm going to do. But you're not going to lie on the residents. We're not going to allow racist tropes and lies and stereotypes to be perpetrated in those council chambers by Doug, who keeps skipping up to the podium. Free money, free money. You know, get out of here. You're not even from the fiber of Flint. And you're going to try to tell Flint folk what they should do as you come in as the white savior sheriff with your adorned with your white hat. I'm so sick. You can't make this stuff up. So let's go on to as the night goes. Go to the 6-hour mark, please.
6 hour even.
6-hour even. So I had to go use the restroom. And so we're in the restroom. And then I had to take some calls in the back because I had some calls to take. So I come back, I could hear them out there, some talking. So at that 6-hour mark, Quincy had gotten up and left. He had a resolution for priority waste, which in essence that I understand what he was trying to do, to recognize it's a federal holiday for priority waste, to recognize it. Claire McClinton had spoken that Dr. King had fought for working conditions for, and matter of fact, let's skip to, I know the video will come first. We're going to have to do it a little backwards. Dr. King has spoke to helping the sanitation workers for humane conditions, fair pay, and he fought for that in Memphis. Right before he died, he was in Memphis, I believe, when he was assassinated. So Quincy had this resolution, which I just happened to not be in the room at the time, and I did not know that this one had come up. I had to go use the ladies' room, but they gave him no support. They used Quincy for his vote. They tell him how to vote. He does it, and he thinks he's going to get something back. But on this one, they did not support him. They would not give him a second on his resolution for Dr. King. Can you play that one, Mickey?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
And he was big man.
5 went in with the consent agenda. This is number 6.
Oh, did they can't
Yes. Madam Chair,
Councilman Murphy.
I would like to move resolution, amending the contract with Priority Waste Company to honor Martin Luther King Day as a holiday to council.
All right, there has been a motion to move this to council. Is there a second? Is there a second?
Say
Is
what?
there a second?
What?
Okay, it has, for lack of a second.
What?
Is there a Councilman Clark? There is a motion to send add on number 6. All right, there is a motion on the floor to move walk on number 6, resolution amending the contract with Priority Waste Company to honor Martin Luther King Day as a holiday to government offices. Is there a second? Is there a second? Okay, it's been moved and properly supported. Is there discussion?
Yes.
Councilman Murphy.
Thank you. It's unfortunate that you guys want to move this back to government ops when y'all heard the residents come and speak and talk about how the garbage company worked on the Martin Luther King holiday, and y'all don't want to vote to support amending this to a holiday, which y'all can vote on everything else. And I want to honor this and bring it back to government. This is a simple fix for y'all to send a letter of priority to the garbage contract. If they've been honoring other holidays, why they can't honor Martin Luther King Day? And for some of y'all not to even want to support, even sending this to council, it's a smack in the face to the community that y'all heard and speaker after speaker that told y'all how dare the garbage company be picking up garbage on the Martin Luther King Day, that a holiday that everybody else is honoring, and this is the first year. And what's so hard about sending them a letter, asking them, can you honor the city of Flint? And when everybody else is shut down, can you shut down the garbage company for one day? And y'all want to talk about this? What's to talk about?
Councilman Piper.
So
Okay, we can stop right there, Mickey.
Mr. Murphy, I absolutely.
So can you put up the Dr. King? I just sent you this one. So I was not in the room. Now here's the thing, and maybe I was where I needed to be, just like I wasn't needed to be in that one room when Candace Flint's Tim Scott was in there talking. I would have supported that with Quincy. I absolutely would have. I was not in my seat. I had to go take care of some things before I came back. I would have actually supported that because I understand the nature of what he was doing, and I understood the history. He understood it because Claire McClinton spelled it out for him, and so his resolution was in good nature, and I understood that. And I would have supported, would have created dialogue to show, hey, we need to do something, but they did nothing. And so he was upset, and he should have been. So at that point, I get what he was saying, but Quincy burned so many bridges. All night he was coming at me. The past few weeks, me and Tonya always going at. No, you always going at me. That's the problem. You got to learn how. He's got to learn to understand they're using him just for his vote. They tell him how to vote. Remember Judy saying that when Quincy gets out of control, she said she got a stick, and she take that stick and she poke him until he get in line. And he said, my colleague, when I get out of line, she take that stick and she'll poke me until I get in line. Okay, what in the slave mentality are you doing, Quincy? What in the slave mentality? But they showed you what they thought of Dr. King. Your folks did not support you on your resolution. They did not. So can you put up the Dr. King and about the sanitation workers and blow it up? Because I would have supported that. So civil rights leader Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. went to Memphis to support the sanitation workers. He marched with them and made speeches. During the many marches, many workers wore signs that read, "I am a man." We still see those signs to this day that are embossed into our memory. That showed that they were fighting for equality, dignity, and respect. The sanitation workers were fighting for equality, dignity, and respect. They got no respect in Flint City Council chambers. They wouldn't even give Quincy a second. So what did Quincy end up doing? He got mad and he left. So back to that video, go to the 6 hour and 7 minute mark, please.
All right, give me 1 second. Let me take this down.
So Quincy's resolution in nature, it was a good resolution. If I had been in my seat, I would have supported that. I would have supported it. But maybe he needed to be shown. They wouldn't even give him a second. He couldn't even get a second. He vote on everything that they want, even if he know it ain't right. He was sick that day, came back. He came back. He went to leave as not to vote on that 40 million. He came back when he was sick and could barely walk and was holding on to the wall and the chairs to make sure they had that fifth vote for that 40 million. But he couldn't even get a second on this resolution for Dr. King.
What time you want me to go to, Tonya? Not to
6 hour and 7 minute mark.
6 hour and 7 minute mark. Okay. That's when he cut up.
Well, this is when Liddell called him emotional.
Oh God, I got you. Wow, she wanted Quincy like that, huh?
She wanted him, and that's embarrassing. She embarrassed him. Liddell Lewis embarrassed him. But she don't care. I'm using you for what I can, Quincy. Now I'm gonna show you. You walk out on me, I'm gonna bully you and show you. I'm gonna bully you. And she did.
Whenever you're ready.
Let's go. Let it roll.
RL, stop. Yeah, can I reclaim your time?
I don't know about your time. Just go, because I don't even know if everybody's mind.
Back to my point, we must deal with two things here. Will this be a paid day off the city's expense? And if it is, are the residents okay with us paying them for not providing the service? If so, okay. And are the workers in agreement with this? Because if they are, being forced people to have an unpaid day, they might not be too happy. So let's talk about this. Government ops is a great place to discuss this. We got to stop moving off of emotion. That's why we can't get things done. That's why we're always in a disarray. This is ridiculous. We get too emotional, then walk out. So I support sending back to government house so we can get down to the bottom of this. Because I don't want a mad priority worker upset with me because a few people felt that they shouldn't work on King Day and they want to get their money. I don't know what they need money for. Last time I checked, people need all of their money. So let's make sure we get details before we get in our feelings. Thank you.
Thank you. Is there anyone else who would like to speak?
Okay, let's cut it. Quincy better understand. Liddell don't care as long as she get Liddell's agenda. When Quincy was gone, I understand. He should have been upset because he supports everything they support. And this resolution was actually a good resolution. But Quincy goes so nasty towards everybody else who's not in that Fab Five. He need to get out that Fab Five. He stick with them even when they wrong. And he be wrong. He was over there clapping at me and boom. Okay. Boom. Your girl threw you underneath the bus. Your girl threw you underneath Liddell threw him underneath the bus and then pressed the pedal down to speed up. She ran him over. And you have to get out your feelings and not be so emotional. And then you walk out. Oh, she threw him underneath that bus and sped up.
This for you right here, Tonya.
What's on the agenda? Mickey, can you ask Ms. Burns, after seeing Black Lives Matter at the city council meeting, witness behavior, how evil worthy they have failed to stand up for you and the Black residents, how do you feel? You know, that's a loaded question because they sent one letter, I believe, and that letter was to Dennis Pfeiffer. So it's not just Black Lives Matter that was an issue. I mean, it was many of the organizations that didn't speak up. I have not talked to DeJuan again, and I don't want to spend time on that part. But we got work. I know Rodney Thomas was there and I think he stayed to the end because he generally does.
Yeah, he stayed to the end.
I mean, DeJuan, and it's not. It's the entire. They don't have 4, 5, 6 people.
If that.
So that organization needs some reorganizing. So I will not on my show speak ill to them. I won't do that on any of them. Do we need to do better? Absolutely. We need to do better. I will say that Black Lives Matter and Arthur Woodson did stand up for me the week before when Doug was out of control going. They did. They stood in the gap for me. Woodson kept saying, say it. Well, y'all heard him, say it again. I'm Doug, I done told you. And then DeJuan told him, you don't be talking to her like that. But I don't like to see the groups fighting against each other. I did not like to see DeJuan minimizing 810 News Media Group. I didn't like to see him minimizing. And I'm not, me and Woodson, y'all know that. I done been in therapy with Arthur Woodson, y'all, and that's the truth. Been on the line, on the phone in his therapy more than once. I didn't like him saying G.I. joke about him. I didn't like that because I respect and I always honor those who served our country and our military. And it was an unnecessary remark that did not have a place on social media or any other place. So they have to do better. I don't know how to heal that, but at some point, someone, the concerned pastor should be getting everybody in the room to help fix that and create some boundaries to where we're working together, or somebody need to do it, because we need to make sure that we're fighting for the same goal, that we shouldn't have infighting with each other. That shouldn't. You don't see other organizations and other ethnic groups fighting publicly like you see, say in Flint, all the organizations. You don't see that. Those remarks were unnecessary. What you say, Mickey?
No, so I agree with you. You like you said, Flint is so, and I try to say Flint ain't so unique, but like what you just said, you never see it ain't just like one or two. It's all that's not getting along with each other.
Right. And so when we looked at how are we pushing our agenda,
Right.
It's the messaging is saying we're not even together. But just imagine those numbers in greater numbers. Just like, for instance, and I hate to talk about this, we had the resolution for the war in Gaza that came up from Mayor Neely. There was a big opposition and push from the Jewish Federation, and they absolutely should have been heard. They should have been considered, because it's two sides to every story. And they said that they weren't contacted. City Council did not create that resolution. They did not create it. We did not write it. And it was a walk-on resolution. And when the speaker spoke, I wasn't even there when they spoke, because I had a flat tire, And so when we look at that, we to be considered, and that's a very tough. City Council is not going to solve war peace or solve a war that's been going on. The Flint City Council, we got our own personal war, that we can't get along and sit next to people and be able to get stuff function. Matter of fact, we got city council members can't manage to keep their hands out the cookie jar. They getting checks from Ashley Capital, getting lawnmowers, $11,000, getting gift cards and gifts for totaling $4,750, getting $1,500 from Ashley Capital, for trick-or-treat candy. Then turn around and giving them $3.5 million for a cleanup of the site, and then turn around and giving them a $72 million tax abatement. That's pay to play. Doug, go investigate that. Candace, that would be the questionable one. Also, it's questionable that you, as a city council woman, an appointed city council woman, has got money in and didn't do a full disclosure. She should fully disclose that in written form. Hanifa says we must find a common ground to build upon. I agree. We do need to find a common ground. But what I won't do, I will call you or personally, but I will not air my dirty laundry on social media to give the people who the issues that I have issues with, something to feed on. I won't do that, because we know that there's always somebody lurking in the background to be in your DMs, like Doug, Doug lurking in the backgrounds to be in your DMs to see something wrong, But imagine if we work together. That Black Lives mural, we could have probably got that painted on Saginaw Street, retouched up. Imagine if we worked together, that $40 million wouldn't have gone into ARPA fund or into general fund. Imagine if we worked together, we could have got more money for home repair. Imagine if we work together, we can get council people who actually represent us, who really care about our ward. Imagine that. I want to say I do support Jan Marie Arbor for 7th Ward, because she brings something new. Jan Marie Arbor is not a yes woman. I don't think she's going to agree with every single person, but what I like is she brings something new. She's a critical thinker. She's a real critical thinker, and she's not going to be a rubber stamper. I do not feel she's going to agree with me all the time or anybody else. She's going to vote the conscience of her conscience and that of her ward, which she's supposed to do. I believe she's going to be fair. I truly believe it. And that is what we need. How do we move Flint forward? We have people who are critical thinkers, who are fair. People have had world experience. She's traveled all over the world. People who have not just traveled or been within the boundaries of Flint. And to bring something different. I don't want us all to be alike. Because we are not alike. We don't have just one race here in Flint. We have different colors, different religions. We have different backgrounds. And for that, we need to celebrate our differences. And how do we move Flint forward? How can every family in Flint be safe? How can everybody have the American dream? A house, 2 kids, vacations. How can we all have the American dream? We got to start, fighting and say, hey, I deserve the same thing as everybody else, and quit fighting against each other. Angela Lynette, sadly, the 5 council people seem to be more in line with helping the mayor than helping the people. Quincy has reiterated it to make the mayor look good despite the people voting for him. He has reiterated that, but what has he gotten in return? I'm not bought and paid for that. That's just not me. I'm gonna vote my conscience. Even when I worked for the mayor, I did what I was right for the people. And yes, I got fired every day, and maybe and sometimes on the weekends. I mean, literally, I was getting fired at 6 o'clock in the morning, because he would stay hot. Because Mayor Neely surrounds himself with people that tell him what he wants to hear, not what he needs to hear. And that's the big difference. And so when we talk about that he's running, he hasn't changed anything. He hasn't. Will he win this one? I don't think he's going to, because I look at the out counties, and people don't find him to be truthful. They do not. And to sow bridges, I mean, I just don't see it. I do not see it.
And I was gonna put this question up for you, because that's what why I put it up for you, because it's the YouTube side. No name, Quincy. What's Quincy beef with you?
I couldn't tell you. I really don't know. I don't know what Quincy's beef is with me. I don't know.
I think you did just explain it.
What?
The mayor.
Well, but it has to be. Listen, and you all got to look at the key words that when you can tell when they've been down in his office. Liddell will come up saying, "It's fantastic. It's fantastic." You can tell they've been down to being coached, and critical thinking and critical thinkers. Like Sheldon will read that dictionary and try to find a word and stick with it, and they'll replicate that word and wear it in the ground. Only problem is Quincy don't really understand what the word means. And Liddell's so full of hatred. All she cared, like she said, we gonna get our money. She gonna get her opera money. That's all she care about. She ain't here for the people. Right. She's not here for the people. She throw out her own residents. Her residents come, and she has thrown them out. Several of them kicked them out, and now they're trying to use the weaponize. But y'all look at that small one opportunity that she used the word monkey, and she keeps reiterating that. Now she's exploiting that word and exploited an opportunity to use that. Now this is the city council vice president who's supposed to lead by being an example. She don't get along with four of the people. 4 people, not one, 4. I tend to think I'm a reasonable person. I tend to think that. I'm gonna be very fair, and I am a critical thinker. I am. So as we look at that, council is changing in Ward 9, Ward 7, and then Ward 2 may have a recall. Those are 3 seats. If those seats change, you have got, that'll be 7. Those votes can change. And these little goofy rules that they've made up that Liddell and them have got and created will be used against them to silence their voice. And so when they create these city councilors, they need to be fair, or else, as I stated in the meeting, it's going to be used against them. And they have this do as I say, don't do as I do attitude. Mickey, go back to that. I want to go back to close to the last video. Go to the 7 hour and 5 minute mark of Whitson's video.
I got you. 7 hour and 5 minute mark, right?
Mm-hmm. So Quincy's beef with me, I don't know. Quincy gonna have to search whatever God or deity he serves, but he come for me, I'm gonna clap back at him. I'm gonna meet him where he's at. I'm not gonna let people talk to me crazy.
You said 5 minute mark?
Yep, 7:05. 7 hour and 5 minute mark.
I got you.
So I want y'all to pay attention to this, because they talked about breaking quorum. So on July, listen, why am I trying to get to July already? I'm ready for summertime. On December 18th, December 20th, January 3rd, January 8th, and then January 22nd, those 5, one of them or all of them have broken quorum, failed to show up, and failed to do the city's business. So they got down to this. They got 5 people. And guess it was the 5th vote again? Me. I was the 5th vote again. Quincy got mad and left. Eva got mad and left. Jerry Murphy Carter was sick. They put Mays out for using points of order and tumbled. I guess he a graphic artist for those shirts, for monetizing, they said, on those shirts. And so there's only 5 of us. And I was the 5th. But well, it was 5. So let's play this, because they talk about breaking quorum. Let's see who broke quorum this time. Let's play that, Mickey.
All right, the vote is 3 yes, 0 no. That fails. All right, so the chair will entertain a motion to, for resolution 2304661.
Madam Chair,
Ms. Burns?
I'd like to send a motion to you for approval for 230466. I'm sorry.
Oh. That room is broke, man. Meeting adjourned.
One person has broke the quorum. Wow. Quorum has been broken by, make sure that they do a conference on that.
You are trying to
Make sure they
Hey,
do a
man,
conference on
this
that.
is too funny.
I'm ready to go anyway.
This is too funny, man. Wow. Hey, Kirk, you missed it, man.
Okay, you can cut it off, Mickey. Now, where's him live? On January, December the 18th, December the 20th, January the 3rd, January the 8th, January 22nd. One of those fabulous 5 have broken quorum, failed to show up, and failed to do the city business. And then they will have the audacity to say, we don't want to be here this late. Well, y'all don't stay to do the work when it's time to do the work. Judy Priestley, councilwoman for the 4th Ward, got up, broke quorum purposely because she didn't see the votes there. Her people had left. And because her people left, she broke quorum as not to do the city business. That needs to be turned to the EAB board. She broke quorum. You'll hear them say, oh, they broke quorum. They doing it every week. Won't show up. Liddell won't even call her meetings to order. She did in January, January the 18th or January the 20th. She wouldn't even call hers to order. Missy, hold on, yeah. I'm doing my podcast. Love you. Bye. That's my daughter. So when we look at, what they do, they are obstructing the city business. Liddell Lewis obstructing city business. Judy Priestley obstructing city business. Breaking quorum, not calling meetings to order. Quincy Murphy, he got mad. Liddell said he got in his feelings. He shouldn't be so emotional. Stopping from doing city business. Eva Worthing, when she there, she get up and leave. She don't care. I mean, wait, look at how they just abuse, then they turn around and say, no, it's the other ones doing it. No, the video didn't lie. Judy got out that seat and left. You look at every video, July. I'm sorry, I want to get to the summertime, y'all. So we look at December the 18th, December the 20th, January 3rd, January 8th, January 22nd. They broken quorum, got up, left, didn't show up, and didn't call meetings to order. So I just want to say, you can't make this up, y'all. Mickey, is anything in the list? Wherever you from, if you from, I done seen ATL in here, and I done tried to look down at some of them. I done seen all the places, wherever y'all are from. We support you. I know Lumia's from Florida. We had ATL in here, Atlanta.
Houston, Texas was in the building. Texas.
See, and I can't.
South Carolina, Columbia.
Okay, we had Cincinnati in there too. So wherever y'all are from, we appreciate y'all. But make sure y'all click like and share. Flint is not unique. This can happen anywhere. Flint now you look at Tim Scott, Dallas, Texas, but there's the Maryland. All right, Angela.
Saskatchewan.
Canada. Salty Chef, you from Canada. Eddie Grace, 704 Charlotte. Oh, I gotta call my sister. My sister's birthday is today. She's in one of my sisters, North Carolina. Happy birthday today.
No, we sending Liddell back to Maryland.
Maryland may not want her back. Dallas in the building. Wait a minute. They kicked her out of Maryland. They got rid of her. Brooklyn, New York. Julina Jean, Cincinnati, Ohio.
We trying to get her back there.
Listen, that election, she was appointed to that seat. And when the race ran, there were 4 people in that race. She came in 4th. Booming Fly City. That's Flint from Louisiana. Okay, Berta. Dr. Mushi, don't stand here back here. Don't wait a minute. Don't send her back.
Well, we're gonna send it to Chicago then.
Chicago. They sent her out of there. Maryland in the house. Dayton, Ohio. Listen, she came in 4th. I believe she had like 1,800 votes. PG County, Maryland. Mickey said she coming back. She lost about 15,000. This is Chicago actually calling. Oh, hey, Stace. I'm doing my podcast. Give me about 15 minutes. I'm gonna call you back. All right. Yeah, that's my Chicago business partner that I work with. So listen, Mickey, they sending her back.
We sending her back. We're gonna send her to Chicago. They
look, he in Chicago. That was he might have been watching.
We got a council person. We got a council person.
That was Stacy. Don't send her here. Listen, her race she came in 4th place. She had like 1,500, and the person who won had like 15,000. She had like maybe 1,800. The person who won had 15,000. And she was incumbent. Usually incumbents win. They did not want her. Miami, Florida in the house. They did not want her there. I mean, she is a very divisive person. She does not connect with them people. Y'all need to be in them checks. Shout out to Miss Elizabeth Taylor. She sent me a beautiful text. Miss Elizabeth Taylor, if you're watching, y'all say a prayer for her. She may not be there for a couple of weeks. She's healing. Pray that you have a speedy recovery, that may God cover you and heal every wound in your body. Tuscaloosa, Alabama. So Miss Elizabeth Taylor, y'all. So she sent me, and Miss Taylor, it kind of got past me to respond to you. But y'all say a prayer for her. Mm-hmm. And Miss Elizabeth Taylor can make it down. You have to be in there to really see what it's unbelievable. It's literally unbelievable. Unbelievable how they act. And it's not about the people. So somebody said Liddell is positioning herself for the mayor of Flint. People will not vote for her as mayor. That's not going to happen. She can position herself if she wants to, unless people will not. The majority of the people, Liddell does not represent. She does not. She would not carry that vote because she don't even get along with 4 of the wards. As a matter of fact, and as the ward boundaries change for the next race, she has alienated those people to those wards because she could care less. Her disposition and her attitude is terrible. And she's a liar. She lies with no problem.
Man.
So, anything else? We see Cleveland in there.
East Cleveland in the building.
So, somebody, okay, send her straight to me. What side of town is you on?
Some said Senator the old block. I'm like, listen, no.
Anyway, so listen, it is Saturday. Mickey, anything you want to cover? Because
I'm not. We good. We good. No, it was a good week. It was a good week. So I'm, you know.
So you think it was that? Literally, I did not. I was like, you know what? I do not want to do anything today because every Friday and I'm not every third Friday I get shots, and I got 22 shots yesterday.
Oh hell no!
That part, Mickey, and I'm like, you know what? It's too much to carry it over. And each week I'm like, okay, I'm gonna take a break and have a week of just not do anything. That has not happened yet. It has not happened. So I don't know what everybody's plans are, but if it's any quick question, I want everybody look. Y'all click like, share, put up the look, and donate. If we got 200 people on here, let's donate $5. $5 is the least. Cash App $810 News Media Group, or you can do more. But a $5 just support 200 people times 5. help us keep the lights on to bring you stuff. Because listen, we know Flint is not unique. We now look at Tim Scott. Flint has his own Tim Scott. Candace is Flint's Tim Scott.
You ain't lying.
She is Flint's Tim Scott. So there is no difference. And she said if she had known better, she would have defended. Everybody know. How you the only person in Flint? You sit next to me. Was she not hearing me when I was talking and saying he talked about my race and that he is racist? I've said it for the past couple of weeks because he steps to that podium and he continues to attack Black women and then he's got a Black woman protecting him, coddling him, making him feel safe in his zone to continue attacking Black women with his fixation on Black women that he's become obsessed with, he's unhinged about it. He posted about Carol this morning. You better worry, when Carol ain't talking, then you got a problem. When she's talking, you know what she's thinking. But Joe King stood up. Well, we don't know. Let me handle this. Mr. King spoke up. I was like, there you go. Oh, Joe King. Mr. King said, no, let me handle this. And we need people's support. So listen, I want y'all to have a good weekend. What is left of it? Well, joy comes in the morning. I like that. Hit the like button, y'all. We can push it out in the algorithm better. Hit the like button, y'all. Let's hit them likes. Hit them likes. Hit the like button. That helps to push it out in the algorithm. So if we're gonna be on here watching, let's make it some good. See, look, I'm just learning about this. So hit that like button. Mickey, you should have known that.
I do. I got to go on across the screen, like, share, subscribe. And I was telling them to hit the like button. I was in the chat. See, you missed that part. I was in the chat telling them on the YouTube side, can we get them likes up? Because I know it's drained, to do the
Yeah, we got to get them likes up. Because listen, we got our own Tim Scott right here. And went in here and said, I'm weaponizing my race. I'm Black. And ain't no secret. My driver's license says I'm Black. Okay. Ain't no secret about I'm Black. I can't change that. And I'm proud of my melanated skin tone that comes in a plethora of colors. A plethora of color. I remember my parents growing up, we thought we couldn't. I didn't know you could sunburn tan. I went to Aruba, Mickey. Man, I got back, my skin was peeling. I was like, and it hurts. It hurts.
No, I believe you. Well, I do got something to say.
What you got to say?
We are the most disliked boutique business in the city of Flint right now. I'm just going to put that out there.
The hate is real. The hate is real. When people try to minimize Lil 81, Lil podcast, don't minimize. Don't do that. And it shouldn't be that way because there's enough for everybody and enough support to where they should not be minimized. We have to support. And that to me is important because we need to get the messaging out. The messaging has to be consistent and clear. I want to be clear. I support Jan Marie Arbor because she brings something new she will bring something new to the Flint City Council. She's a very seasoned, articulate, well-spoken, traveled woman. And she will bring something new that Flint desperately needs. She will bring integrity back. She will bring truthfulness and transparency back. And I support that. I do not expect her to vote with me and agree. Our wards are very different wards, but I do believe she will listen to the ideas of other council people. And the only thing I ask is that we all be fair. And I believe she will be fair. She's very well read, and she is a true and real critical thinker. And we need real critical thinkers, not people who can just say what Mayor Neely has said, critical thinkers, and then be able to repeat that. And fantastic. That's not Miss Jan Marie Arbor. She is her own person. She will own whatever she says, and she's going to support what her ward wants. And it's going to take that to have someone who can work with other council members, who isn't taking a check, who isn't trying to get ARPA money for themselves, and who is not a self-involved. So she brings something new to the table. We also have in Ward 9, I believe, Mr. Jared, he is running. He has a banking background. And so he has turned in his. I will be supporting him also. I want to bring something new, professionals who are independent and critical thinkers, who have not been tainted. And that is what's important. So for that 9th ward and that 7th ward, I do support those two individuals and wish them the very best in their run for their race, because we need professionals. Mr. Jared is a professional, so is his wife. I believe they're both in the banking industry. And we need someone who can help bring a balance, because look, they put $40 million over into a fund and said we were going to get 250. Let's do the math. You might get 250 for putting that 40 million in. And what the CFO say? We're not getting that money. We don't. Then he said we ain't gonna get it. Let me correct myself. He doesn't know when we're going to get that money, and he doesn't know how much we're going to get. He doesn't know when and how much we're going to get. That's not what they said in December. So Mr. Jared is a banker, and he's been in the banking industry, and so he will bring something new to the table, because we voted him in a $5 million contract that we don't have any way to pay for priority waste. And we have to figure out how we're going to pay for that. That bid for priority waste did not go out to be bidded, and we will be running a deficit. We're taking $2 million from the ARPA funds to shore it up for the next 2 years. And then once if Sheldon Neely is elected to Dan Kildee's seat for congressman, he won't be here when the shit show starts. He won't be here. Because why wouldn't he just say shore it up for the 5 years? Why would you take 2 years? Why? He won't be here when we have a deficit, when it's emergency management takeover. He won't. And so having people who are critical thinkers is a difference. The same thing with Dennis Pfeiffer. And Dennis don't always agree, but there's a respect. There's certain things I've spoke to that I don't think, when I say no, Dennis wouldn't vote for that, because Dennis is he is a critical thinker too. He's a critical thinker, and that makes a difference. And so when we look at what we want to comprise to save Flint, we need critical thinkers, not opportunists. And right now we have opportunists, which are on there, who want you to break bread with them, who've taken checks, where it looks like it's pay to play. So anything else, Mickey?
Yeah, I got one for you. We can end out. They keep asking, has anybody heard from Councilman Mays?
I have not talked to. I've been so busy. I have not had a chance to talk to him. I try to generally, and I'm gonna put this. Generally, when I talk to Councilman Mays, it'd be in between 12 o'clock a.m. and 5 or 6 o'clock a.m. that we would talk for hours. And I have been busy with so many other projects and different things. I have not had time, because generally his phone stops ringing and my phone stops ringing. So that would be our time. I done fell asleep on Councilman Mays before, because he'd be talking. Councilman Mays had put me on the phone with because he will tie in other phone calls, and I just have not had time. I have not had time, and that's generally been our time that we would talk between 12 and 5 a.m. Matter of fact, we've been on the phone to 8:30 a.m. in the morning before me and him talking, going over different stuff. Councilman Mays has a very interesting mind, and then you're able to talk to him about different things. First Ward does not have representation; it is entitled to it. But the same thing they put Councilman Mays out for, what they call points of order and points of information. Liddell Lewis, the Flint City Council president, is abusing request information and points of order. She should remove herself for doing the same thing she claims she put him out for. She's a hypocrite. She's a hypocrite, and her behavior is very hypocritical. So I think that's it, Mickey. That's it. So what I'm gonna do, Mickey, is I got some cleaning up to do. Tomorrow I'll be with my children. It is my youngest. All my kids, we will all be together from everywhere. And so we are celebrating his birthday. And shout out to Christian Burns, my baby.
Well, happy birthday, Christian Burns from 810.
18. I mean, you know what? I be trying to get he hate counsel. He hates it. He hates it. Yeah, and I'm gonna say this, I'm very proud of him. My son is graduating. This is I call my midlife crisis child. I was too old to be having him because I had geriatrics, obstetrics with him. I really did. And he's graduating with his cohort.
Oh, that's congratulations.
He graduated, and guess what the GPA is?
Talk to me. 4.0.
4.1.
See?
4.1. I'm so proud. He wants to go to medical school. This child, I kept his life as normal as possible and kept him out of media because the media is very nasty. Very, very nasty.
Unbelievable.
And so the one thing that me and his dad did right was, we parented him correctly. And then the other two, my children are very close. And that's something, that any parent should relish in. All three of my kids go snowboarding together. They hang out. The daughter who, she I don't have grandkids. She calls him. She's like, Mom, I was like 15 going on 16 when you had him. So he's kind of like my kid, He goes and spends the weekends in Detroit. They all go spend the weekend in Detroit at her and her husband's house.
Right.
So my kids are very close and they all stay very busy. But Christian Burns, mommy is so proud of you. I couldn't be prouder of you. Your life has given me life. And for him to graduate with the 4.1, because I didn't do that. I did not do that. I did not until I went to college. I did graduate with fours. I did not do it in high school. I was only class I wanted to pass in high school. Y'all was driver's ed. I wanted to drive. So, anyways, Mickey.
Yes, ma'am.
Tell Mickey we miss her this week.
Nah, she I'm finna go get my breakfast now as soon as we get done. Well, chicken and waffles.
Oh, did she cook that?
Yep, chicken and waffles.
Yeah. Yep. She cooked it from scratch.
Yep.
You got you a good woman.
For right now.
Hey, I'm not gonna let you look. Don't make me come over there now.
And shrimp and grits.
What?
For her though, but I'm just doing the waffles and the chicken because we were supposed to get.
So why didn't y'all tell a sister that y'all had breakfast afterwards?
I didn't know we was getting it. She just she was up this time because last week. Let me be quiet. Before I get in trouble and I don't have a plate.
You gonna get in trouble.
Yeah.
You're gonna be sleeping on the couch. You're gonna be sleeping on the couch.
Yeah. You're gonna tell me. You going, that's you, Mickey. I'm knowing it. I couldn't stop laughing because I'm like, nah, we don't know who it was.
Look, she was tired. Nikki worked hard. Nikki works hard, and so I can respect that. So sometimes it be like that. But you got she getting to you through your stomach. She done made waffles and chicken and shrimp and grits. Man, I ain't mad at her. Not at all.
Waffle and chicken for me.
See, you better listen. Don't cut up on Mickey because I'm one of them sisters that'll come at you for her.
Oh wow!
Just so you know. Listen, I'm letting you know. I'll be the one. I will slash your tires. Now watch them say, "Oh, Tonya Burns said she's gonna slash it." Yeah, I will. And I might have to help Nikki bust out the windows or something.
Nah.
Let me quit. What did Nikki say?
She said thank you because she in the kitchen listening to it. She in there listening to it.
Because I will check Mickey. Nikki, don't let I'm telling you, I got your back. Anyways, go enjoy your breakfast. I'm saying thank you. I know I went over, and thank you to wherever you are at in Canada, United States. If you're in a warm climate, cold climate, wherever you are, thank you for taking the time to listen to us. Flint is not unique. Now, remember, Flint has its own Tim Scott now. It's Candace Mouchette. So Flint is not unique. This stuff that happens here can happen anywhere. Mick, I want to tell you, thank you for producing the show. rolling with the punches, because it's a lot of information that we try to pack in that happens, and we don't always get to everything, but we get to as much as we can. So thank you for everything that you do, because it is a concerted effort on both of our parts to make sure that we work together to get out the information to everybody and wherever you at. So it is time for me to have I'm a mimosa. I might have to.
You earned it.
That's right. Anyways, Mickey, you have a good weekend, and Nikki too. And to everyone out there, thank y'all for tuning in. Click like, share, and subscribe. Click like, share, and subscribe, and donate. $810 News Media Group. Mickey, we out of here. See y'all.
We out. Peace. Have a blessed one, family.